Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 61 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are working with a new mod in 1.16, 1.18 called Little Logistics. Adorable little tugboats and barges, and it's freaking awesome. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another day here in the world of TheAndrata, where absolutely nothing has changed in between episodes because, well, I didn't do anything in between episodes. Basically left off where we were, and we're going to pick up. So a couple things. In last episode, I've had a couple comments talking about our caged heart here. And you're going to see a bunch of stuff on my to-do list because I have stuff on the to-do list. So the caged heart is bones, zombie heart, and a mossy tooth, right? And to get the mossy tooth, we have to do the meteor fight boss of the swamp job. And a part of that recipe is fish bones. And there is a recipe here for fish bones for the natural altar if we want to automate this in the future, which is just a fish on a crumbling catalyst in the nether will make us fish bones. However, it's been pointed out to me that this is not the necessarily intended way to do this. It is a way, and we could do this. It's really not that difficult to get done. I would have to get the brilliant fiber and all that stuff, but like actually doing this isn't too terrible. It's just going to require us to get the Crimson Altar set up. However, there is a nifty new little mod with 1.16 and with 1.18 going forward called Little Logistics. And it is the most adorable mod that could ever exist. I've watched a couple videos on it, though I haven't really learned too much because I want to experience it all with you guys here for our first time. But it's little tugboats that go around and they do things. They're little boats that run around and do things. I don't know how else to explain it. They're boats that can fish. They can do things like things. So it is little boats that can go around that you can give them coal, energy, liquid, you can give them lava and stuff, but they go around and basically it auto fishes for you and gets you stuff that you can get from fishing. It's an auto fisher, but it does it in a nice, unique, little adorable looking way. So yeah, we're gonna set this up. We're gonna try and get this going and do the thing. I do want to make the book for this because I imagine I'm going to need to reference this. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. A compass is not found. That's okay. We can do that. And we're actually going to make 2 of these because I believe we're going to need some for the crafting. But as you can see in my inventory, I have gotten some of the items ready for us. I've crafted up a few things. I want to get my Akashic Tome, get the Little Logistics book in here. But I've crafted up a few things so that we have, well, the things that we need. So we have some sheet metal. We have of varying colors, which is just regular sheet metal, just dyed, which it's very easy to make. And remember, sheet metal is not like expensive or anything. It's just plates of whatever type is going to make the sheet metal. So we have that going for us. We have some aluminum plates because all of these recipes require aluminum plates. We have a Stirling dynamo because that's what our main tug is going to use. And the tug is going to be what pulls our barges. And that seems to be the way that this works. We have a tug that we have set up. And there's 2 different types of tugs. There's a steam tug and an energy tug. And then we could use said tug to pull barges, right? And so what I have on my to-do list right now is a steam tug, an auto fishing barge, a chest barge, and a chunk loading barge, because I imagine we're going to set this up out in the ocean. That's what is recommended here for our fishing barge, recommended to use on long routes in deep and open water. So we're going to set this up and let it run out in the ocean and get some stuff for us. So we're going to chunk load it. We have chains, we have a remote and everything. So let's go ahead and check out the book and see how this works. The short little tutorial is online. We're going to skip that. Probably should have made this book beforehand so I could see how that works, but that's okay. But yeah, this is just basically saying there are 2 different types of vessels, barges and tugs. Bam. So we have the auto fishing barge, which is a barge that performs fishing passively. It uses vanilla fishing rod loot table. But it's best to use it over open water. If you do it in shallow water, or if you have too many of them, you'll get overfishing penalties. Chunk loading barge, chest barge basically holds items There is hoppers. Let's see. So like the chest barge must be docked and part of a tug train to interface with different hoppers. So we can have items hopper out of this. We have a seat so we can get carried with it. We have, you know, various items and stuff, but we're basically we're gonna figure this out as we go. That's my plan here. So let's go ahead and get our tug route. I know this is the main item to determine the path of our fancy little guy. I'm going to go ahead and throw our powered rails in there. I made vessel chains. This is how we link things together. So let's go ahead and look at our chunk loader barge. Now our chunk loader barge is going to require the purple sheet metal, aluminum plates, and an ender overseer. This shouldn't be too difficult to make. We should just be able to make this abyssaline here. We're just going to make 12, put that in there. And then we we may even have all the Eyes of Ender in here. Yeah. Okay. Bam. Ender Overseer. And then we just need to get this stuff. Now I need to leave my purple sheet metal and my aluminum plate in there. And there we go. So we have our first barge, which is the chunk loader barge. Are there any quests for little logistics? That'd be great. Storage, automation. The mod is so new and it was only recently added into, I believe it was added into the pack with like version 1.2 or something like that. Like it wasn't in the initial version. I'm going to hold off on collecting this because apparently we get some speed runes by making our blink runes to get ourselves to our tier 2 altar. And remember, we have our blink runes, so we're good to go there, but I'm going to hold off on collecting those other runes. But yeah, anyway, so there's no quests for this available yet in the pack. I imagine it's going to be coming. The Enigmatica developers are really good about getting that stuff done. So yeah, I imagine it's going to be coming. I'm not going to say it is, but yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get our steam tug going so we can go ahead and put all this stuff. And I'm actually just going to shove all this stuff in here. I just wanted you guys to see this. And I did have to make some gray concrete too for our docks and everything. So we have our steam tug. It's going to be hooked up. Oh, wait. Task completed. Steam tug. Where's that at? I would have thought it was under automation. Storage? Well, I imagine when we finish one of these other things, we're going to get a quest for it. Okay. Steam tug. Auto fishing barge. We're going to skip that one for now. We're going to make our regular chest. There we go. Because the auto fishing barge is going to require a little bit of extra steps. Okay, so we're going to need 2 of these safety nets, which is made with rope, and we need 4 total ropes, or 4 rope per safety net. So we're going to need 8 rope total, which is going to be 2 of these crafts with straw. I'm sorry, 3 of these crafts with straw. We should be able to make that happen, but we do need to get straw automated at some point somehow. Create's probably going to be the way to do it. Remember, we have it getting farmed out there, so it's not too terrible of a process. But we need 2 of these safety nets. And then we're going to need a tackle box. And a tackle box is fairly easy. It's kelp or green dye, some copper, a chest, and then a block of iron. And the block of iron is probably the only thing that I don't have ready to go. A block of iron. Bam. And tackle box. Got. Okay. And then from there, we can make our auto fishing barge. And this is going to be our train, right? And there we go. Oh, this was part of the Mechanical Mayhem quest. Oh, okay. This is new. This was not here before because we had finished this before. This was already green, and now it's green again. Yay! Okay, cool. So, like I said, recently added, but apparently it's in the expert section. So it's good that we're doing this because it's needed. So then we're gonna need a couple things. We're gonna need a tug dock, which is made with some chain, some iron, and the gray concrete. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that, and we're gonna see how all of this works. Tug dock. Apparently I added the tug dock twice. I thought there was another thing. Barge dock. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I don't know how these work, so we're gonna grab everything and we're gonna play with it because we have 1 chest barge, I guess, and then we have corner guide rails, and there we go. Okay, bam, bam, and that's it. We have tug guide rails, we have vessel detectors, and yeah, maybe we should get some hoppers, some regular hoppers. I guess just 1 because we have a chest barge. And then maybe a barrel, and we can kind of see how this works. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and head to an ocean. Now, I don't know if I have a waystone, like, Oh, I do. Okay. So we have a waystone. Oh, that's at our end portal, though. It's all the way underwater. My only other ones are out, like literally in the ocean, but it's near guardian temples, and I don't want to set it up over here because if I remember reading correctly, it can cause an issue. Like mobs and stuff can actually like mess up our thing, so I don't want to build it over there. What if we? Huh. Yeah, I kind of want to like build it over here and then have it like go out into. That's a river though. Lukewarm ocean. Or does it need to be in specifically like deep water? The auto fishing barge says in deep and open water. What does it classify as deep and open water? Because this is deep and open. Let's go ahead over here. We'll come over here. There's like this little sandbar. Oh, well, it's really more like a gravel bar. And then we can have it fish out this way. So I'm going to go ahead and fly my way over here. I'm going to set a waypoint. Go here. And then we're gonna pop over there, and then we'll come back when we're over there. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, we're here. Got some weird slime chunk gen going on here, but yeah, we're here. We're out in the ocean, and I'm gonna have my barge go this way. So let's see how this works. So let's go ahead and take our steam tug, and I just realized I didn't bring any coal with me, which it's a steam tug, which means it's a steam engine, which means it's going to need some coal. So we can go ahead and set up our waystone. This is going to be our little logistics area, and I tend to not have spaces. So there we go. Okay, I guess I lied. I tend to not have spaces, but everything has spaces. So, whatever. But we can go home and get some coal when we need to. Excuse me, sir. Okay. So let's see. What do we do? What do we need to do to set this up? So let's go ahead and grab our steam tug and place this bad boy out in the ocean. And he looks so adorable. So it looks like what we need to do is get our tug router, and basically plan our route. Hey, Mr. Seagull, he's trying to steal from me. Yeah, get out of here, buddy. And then there's an Enderman. Goodness gracious, this place is like a hotbed for enemies, ain't it? Okay, so if we click this right here, we now have a node. And I believe the way that this works is that our tug is going to follow these nodes. So it's going to come all the way out here. That's node number 3, node number 4. We can just kind of place these nodes all around. And we don't have to have as many, but we can. And then if we wanted to, we can get rid of a node by hovering over one and then clicking again, and that'll remove the node. So we kind of have like a little wibbly wobbly thing going on here. But that's, that's the way things are, especially time. It's, it's wibbly wobbly. So yeah, but let's basically, we're going to plan kind of like a U-shaped kind of thing. The one thing that I know is that we want to make sure our curves are, gradual, that we don't make any hard turns, because if we make hard turns, our barge is going to have issues. Okay. And then for this one, let's just go ahead and looks like I'm out of gunpowder maybe. We're going to test this out. We're going to set up less nodes for this side, and we're going to see how it works. So if I were to set this up like so, and we set this like this, okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. Basically what we want to have happen is we're going to have our tug pull, come over here, we're going to have it dock like in this area, unload, and then it's going to continue on its journey. So we're going to have it set up like, it's going to start coming over here, and then here, and then here. And then I think it can go, that way. Get out of here, squid. So let's go ahead and pop home, grab some coal, and see how this guy works, right? Except for the fact that I can't go home because I have no experience. There we go. I could have just went home with my /home since I did enable that. And I should have some coal. Yeah, we got plenty of coal. We have tons of coal. I've processed quite a lot of the coal chunks from our, you know, bees, because we've been eating coal for a lot of things. I should check out my creosote too and see how that's doing. But anyway, so if I go ahead and I shift right click. Okay. Don't shoot your tugboat, apparently. Shift right click with an empty hand, and we put our tug route in there and our coal. There it goes. Look, he's off to the races and he's doing his thing. Really? You're not even a fully formed slime island. I should just get rid of it then. If that's the case, if it's going to do that, just get out of here. I don't want you. I don't want it. Or at least I don't want you in this area. It's ugly, but it works. And there he goes, though. But look, Steamboat is doing his thing. He's having a lot of fun. He's just exploring the world, doing his, you know, his tugboating. Let's go ahead and put this sky slime dirt away. Where's my magnet, by the way? Apparently, I took it out of my hotbar or my backpack. Go ahead, pick it all up. Come on, come on, magnet. I made a massive mess over here, but we're working on this side. We're not going to look that way, right? We just won't look. And then we don't have to worry about it. And there he goes. So our steam tug went and did his whole little route, and he's coming back to us, and he's all adorable while doing it. So if we want to stop it, I believe we're going to have to actually just take the stuff out of it so we can take out the route, and then now he doesn't have anywhere to go. Okay. So now what we need to do is link up our stuff. So we do that with vessel chains. Now, do we do it like so? So for example, we have a chunk loader barge and we set it up here. Does this have a UI or anything? It does not. But if we link you to here, bam, there we go. So you have to go from your barge to your tug. Okay. We can set up the auto fishing barge, barge to tug, which is, or barge to barge, I guess. There we go. And then our chest barge. And I guess I should probably help them by making them face the correct direction. And there we go. So these guys are all linked together now. And it should do a thing. So let's go ahead and put the route back in here and let it go do its routing. So it should go around and collect any, you know, go fishing and collect items with the fish and then put it into the chest is what I'm assuming should happen. Now, I don't know 100% if that's how it works, but that's logistically how it sounds like it would work, right? Right. So we're going to let it go through, and then we're going to check his inventory and see what happens when a little tugboat comes back. And maybe we can set up, oh, something happened. He kind of got like a little confused, it looked like, and like, so maybe we shouldn't have so many routes there, but we'll figure it out. We can streamline it. He seemed to work fine with less routes over here, so we could have one here and then one all the way over here and just let him do his thing instead of having so many, because I was not very straight with putting my routes down, so I have routes that are like, you know, here and then here and then here and then here, and it just it seems like it may have caused a little bit of a hiccup there because we have the barges set up now, and this guy's just basically going to pull the barges along. And they're going to follow, but they don't have the maneuverability that the tug is going to have. So let's go ahead and take out our route and check out what happened. So how about our chest barge? Can I access this? I can, but nothing happened. It hadn't fished up anything just yet. Oh, but the fishing barge has. Okay, so we don't need the chest barge, apparently, it looks like. The chest barge doesn't do anything. I wonder if the auto fishing barge would dump into the chest barge, but it actually, I mean, it has a fairly decent sized inventory, basically the same as the chest, so maybe I should just not use the chest barge, because if we have this set up properly, it should always dump out into a barrel or a gold chest or whatever we end up having set up here, so we shouldn't have to worry about it, right? Right. Okay. So here is our route, and so what we need to do is now get our dock set up so that our barge can come through here. So as far as I understand, what we need to do is set up these corner guide rails. Is that the correct thing? No, that doesn't seem correct. There were guide rails, tug guide rails. Maybe this is the ones. Maybe this is it. I was watching a Mice and Mischief playthrough or usage of this and basically what these can do is it'll help guide your tug into its dock. But this doesn't seem to be the same thing that they had used. So maybe it needs to be, yeah. Kind of seems like this is going to propel it this way, right? That turns it. That seems like it's going to make it curve this way. Let's check out our book, I guess. Okay, so blocks. We have the tug guide rail. Place under a block of water. Works similar to vanilla powered rails. That's what I thought. Okay. Then we have the vessel corner guide rail. Assist vessels around sharp corners should always be used on sharp corners or near entrances to narrow waterways, such as those for docks. That's what I want. Affects both tugs and barges. Shift click to flip direction. Must not have a full solid block directly on top. Okay, so that is exactly what I thought. That's the block that I want. I just don't understand how this part here works. Like, do we need it like this to have them come into here? I guess the only way to know is to put our tug in there and see what happens when we do. Let me get my sleeping bag out so we can just take a quick nap. That way we don't have any mobs interrupting us. And so what should happen is he should come right on in there. And then we need to get our dock set up. Now, how does the dock work? Let's check out the book. There are two different dock blocks, barge and tug. The tug block must always be present for the docks to work. The top texture of the tug dock must be aligned with the barge docks, forming a continuous line of docks. Powering the tug dock forces the vessels to dock. Okay. The dock line should be next to a 1 block wide canal. Wider canals can prevent the vessels from docking properly. The tug dock can only insert into the tug. Place a hopper on top of the dock to extract. Okay. The tug dock can only insert into the tug. Place a hopper on top. The barge docks can input and output from the barges. Shift right click to switch the mode. Place a hopper beneath the barge's path to extract resources. Okay. So it seems, so we're going to need a tug dock. And so we have a 1, 2, 3 long dock. So we're going to have one, and it said that it actually needs to be a 1 wide canal. So we're going to go ahead and set this up like so. So we're going to have 3 tugs. So let's go ahead and do it like this so that maybe it'll stop here. So if we put our dock here, and this is our tug dock, like this, maybe, no? This has a output side, right? Yes. Okay. And then if we give it power, it says it would turn off, which is probably what the vessel detector is used for. Vessel detector emits a redstone signal when a vessel is within 3 blocks in a given direction. Needs a straight line of water. So if I were to put a vessel detector, it needs a straight line of water though. So I'd have to have like a vessel detector. If I have a dock here, we'll see. Let's see how this works. So we're going to set up the barge dock. So we're going to have the tug here. So the auto fisher is going to go here. So we have a barge dock. And we want it to be outputting items. The barge docks can both output and input to and from the barges. Shift right click to switch the mode. So we want it to output from the barge. So we need this to be orange, and it needs to be on the other side. Okay, so these place like this. And then we need to shift right click this to change it to orange. Okay, so this should pull from the barge, and then it says, lastly, place a hopper underneath the barge's path to extract resources. So if we put the hopper here, it should extract into this hopper. Okay, and then we just need to give that a redstone signal. So let's go ahead and pop home. We're going to grab a lever. We're learning this mod. We're doing this together. And then a vessel detector too. Might as well. I should have the resources to make this. Yeah. This emits a redstone signal when it, detects a vessel. So, okay. And so manually, if we wanted to do this, we should be able to set a lever and turn this on. And now that it has a redstone signal, that should stop the barge when it comes into this area. And then it should unload from the hopper. So let's go ahead and set up. I have mechanical pipes on me, right? Yeah. That way I don't have to break anything to do this. I can just do this. And then we can put our barrel here. And then I just need to get down there and set that to extract. Nope. Oh, and I let the sand fall. That's my bad. Oh, come on. Excuse me, sir. Please change the correct side. You kidding me? Good thing I have, like, respiration. Oh, and I did mechanical pipes. No wonder it's not working. It's supposed to be a logistical transporter. I only have one. Really? All right, well, barrel, you're coming down here. At least that way we can access this without having to break it. There. Pull out of the hopper. That's what I want to see. Okay. All right. So then if we go ahead and put the route back into this, it should... okay. Rude. I'm pretty sure the route told you to go through here. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see. He should make a loop and then should end up back over in our detectors here. Hopefully, that's the way everything works. And hopefully these are set up correctly. This is the only part that I'm like, I don't know. I want it to guide the block into here. And what it does is it guides the tug into this area to make sure that the tug can move straight on through. Yeah, so basically we're just gonna wait here for this guy to come on through and see what happens. I'll be back when it comes a little bit closer. Okay, so ran into an issue here. What seems to be happening is I had my last node set up here, and then I had another one over there. And so what happens is our barge is hitting this node and then immediately turning to go to that node. So I have another one set up over here to help him out so that he doesn't have to, be so crazy. So hopefully now he'll come on inside our little dock here. And it figures it would be getting nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and set my sleeping bag down so we can go ahead and sleep when the time comes. Now, why can't I access you? There we go. So let's see. He should bypass it again because I interrupted his thing. So now he's got to start back over. He's starting back all the way over at node 0. So I guess, I guess we'll be back in a minute. All right. Our little tugboat that could is coming on into our dock. Let's see how this works. Come on in. Come on. Come on. You can do it. He straightened out and... Rude? Isn't he supposed to stop when there's a redstone signal? This guy, what in the world? Okay. Docks again. I am not reading something right. Tube docks. The top texture of the dock must be aligned with the barge docks. Yeah, top texture forming a continuous line of docks. Powering the tug dock forces the vessels to dock. I did. Dock lines should be next to a 1 block wide canal. Wider canals can prevent the vessels from docking properly. It's not any wider. Why didn't it work? Do I need to have another dock here because, we have that other tug, maybe? Just stop. Powering the tug dock. That's another tug dock. I don't want a tug dock. I wanted a barge dock. They look exactly the same. Okay. Do I need to power it like right as it passes? It should stop though. Powering the tug dock forces the vessels to dock. The dock line should be next to a 1 block wide canal. It is. Stop. All right, I got to look this up. I'll be right back. Aha. I found it. So I had my stuff set incorrectly. So this barge was not connecting to this. This needs to be set to input because it's inputting from the barge over to here. Does that make sense? So we have this working correctly now. It just pulled from the fishing barge. It's in our barrel. We have some fish and it's working swimmingly. Get it? Because it's a boat and we're in the ocean. And so it worked. And since we have this set up here, the redstone lever, it will not leave until we give it another redstone signal. Now I did watch on the video, we can actually put a hopper here and it would automatically refill our barge here. Did I bring an extra hopper with me? I don't think I do have another hopper. I thought I did make an extra one. Oh, and I need to make a spot for basic universal cables. Oh wait, no, I just have so many that I don't have room for it. Okay. No hopper here. So that's okay. We'll figure it out. But if I turn this off, then the steam tug should go. Did you hear his little sound? His little horn went toot toot. And so now once he finishes his route, he should be good to go. He should come back on over here, dock, unload whatever the fishing barge has picked up, and then keep going. And remember, since I put that chunk loader on there, I don't have to sit around here. I could leave, come back 5 episodes from now, 10 episodes from now, because y'all know I'm going to forget, and then he'll still be running. He'll still be doing his thing. I need to fix that problem, but that's not too big of a deal. And then we should end up with stuff and things. And what I'm looking for, if you remember, is the fish bones. That's what I want. Fish bones from Aquaculture 2. Hopefully, this is like considered far enough out. This is considered a river. I just realized. Really? So this is a river. This is ocean. So I may need to rebuild this over here because this is considered ocean. And I don't know if we're going to get fish bones out of a river. It would make sense that we can get them out of a river, but it's considering that as a river biome, not an ocean biome, and I didn't notice. So I'll monitor this for a bit and see what happens. But what should happen here is Steamboat should come on in. It should dock. Boop. It's going to unload anything that we had in here, and it's going to take off again. And that's that. That's all she wrote. It's working perfectly. And that is little logistics. So we had a little bit of trouble with it and everything, but I think we're good to go now. We could add more auto fishers to this if we wanted to. We could extend this out, add more auto fishers, automate the coal being pushed into it and everything. That's not terribly too difficult to do. I'll work on getting that set up in between episodes. And I'm going to end up moving it over here just so that it's in the ocean and not in a river. But that's our cute little tugboat with little logistics. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any tips for using the tugboats or anything like that, please let me know. Because as you see, first time using it, we learn this together. That's what we're here for. But I will definitely take some tips and tricks if you guys have them. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.